CHAD Memorandum Order Number 01 Series of 2015. Policies and Guidelines on Gender and Development Taking Care of Our Brand. Establishing the policies and guidelines on gender and development in the Commission on Higher Education and Higher Education Institutions or HEIS. Rationale and mandates. The Philippines being a state party to the United Nations Convention on the Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination Against Women, which is signed on July 15, 1980 and ratified on August 5, 1981, is obligated to pursue and implemented programs, projects, and activities that will contribute to the achievement of women's empowerment and gender equality.
CEDAW is often described as an international Bill of Rights for Women. It is adopted by the UN General Assembly in 1979, entered into force as an international treaty on September 3, 1981. Consisting of a preamble and 30 articles, it defines what constitutes discrimination against women and sets up an agenda for national action to end such discrimination.
CEDAW defines discrimination against women as any distinction, exclusion, or restriction made on the basis of sex, which has the effect or purpose of impairing or nullifying the recognition, enjoyment, or exercise by women, irrespective of their marital status, on the basis of equality of men and women, of human rights and fundamental freedom in the political decision-making at home and in the workplace. Wider national and international communities. Equality is a matter of human rights and a condition for social justice. Beijing Declaration and Platform for Action Mission Statement.
The country compliance with the Southern BDPA, which is adopted in 1995, holds much significance and the drive towards gender awareness and sensitivity. And more important, in the institution of gender policies, the standards and guidelines as way of life for the Philippines. As we all know, gender equality upholds a big part, not only in the Philippines but also in the whole world. We can conclude that all things that a man can do can also done by women. And sometimes women can do better. We should see what a person can do, not what a gender is. We should not set standards because sometimes women can surpass what a man can do. Gender awareness and sensitivity should establish more efficiently because there are times that women are not able to have a job or a stable job just because they are women. They're underestimating things that a woman can do, but little they know, a woman can do things that a three men can. They can be more efficient than a man and can do better things than the other. This also means that states are responsible not just for their own actions, but also for eliminating discrimination that is being perpetrated by private individuals and organizations. The principle of equality between men and women is enshrined in the Philippine Constitution. To with the state recognize the role of women in national building and shall ensure the fundamental equality before the law of women and men. There are three things that we may apply in every situation. The equity, which recognize that each person has different circumstances and allocates the exact resources and opportunities. This involves trying to understand and give people what they need to enjoy healthy lives. Sometimes these terms are used in interchangeable manner, which leads into confusion. The next is equality, which each individual or group of people is given the same resources or opportunities. This aims to ensure that everyone gets the same things in order to enjoy full, healthy lives. And the last one is justice. Is the collective responsibility of a free and just society to ensure that civil and human rights are preserved and protected for each individual, regardless of gender, race, ethnicity, nation of origin, sexual orientation, class, physical, or mental ability, and age. We can consider as aim of law, in which every person receives his or her or its due from the system, including all rights, both natural and legal. We aim to give every woman the justice that they deserve because that's what it is and supposed to be, and with that we can give the same opportunities as what other people have.
1987 Philippine Constitution, Article 2, Section 14. The Women and Development and Nation Building Act or Republic Act No. 7192, enacted in 1992, reiterates this principle of gender equality and directs all governments and agencies to review and revise all their regulations to remove gender bias therein. Section 2.
Magna Carta for Women or Republic Act No. 9710, enacted in September 2009, is a local translation of the provisions of the CEVAW and BPFA and comprises the major statutory guidelines that all responsible agencies are expected to pursue and implement, guided principally by the Philippine Commission on Women.
The Philippine Commission on Women, formerly the National Commission on the Rule of the Filipino Woman, is a government agency run by the government of the Philippines with the intention of promoting and protecting the rights of the woman in the Philippines.
MCW Implementing Rules and Regulations or IRR, which were approved in March 2010, identified the Commission on Higher Education or CHED as the agency mandated to: first, develop and promote gender-sensitive curriculum; second, develop gender-fair instructional educational materials; third, ensure that institutions implement a capacity-building program on gender, peace, and human rights education for their officials, faculty, and non-teaching staff and personnel to promote partnerships between and among players of the education sector; and last, promote partnerships between and among players of the educational sector. Encourage advertising industry and other similar institutions to provide free use of space and installation of displays for schools, colleges, and universities for campaign to end discrimination and violence against women. And lastly, guarantee that educational institutions provide scholarship program for marginalized women and girls, set the minimum standard for program and institution of higher learning.
July 2 of 2010, the Commission approved CHED's special order creating the CHED-GAD Focal Committee and Secretariat, which initiated the GAD program of the Commission in coordination with the PCW, Civil Service Commission, and the other co-conveners from the public and private higher education institutions. Thereafter, the Commission approved the constitution of the GAD Focal Point System of CHED, with the commitment to undertake all necessary and appropriate mechanisms to advance the cause of GAD in accordance with the above stated policies and directives.